Hey, look. Labels blowing up my line and got me missing calls. Told her you ain't gotta hit me till you licking. Feel like ZVF, baby, I be cooler than the mink weather. Make a Coke bottle, give me brains till I think better. Back up on my again, hanging out with Benjamin. Franklin got me stankin' in the Lincoln, talking dividends. Look at what we did again.
Brother DMG the poet. Y'all know what it is. Before we get into our spiel, I gotta do my spiel. Let me say God bless to all my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say Hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. I want to say Shalom or Shalom to all my Israelite brothers and sisters. I want to say Assalamu Alaikum to all my brothers and sisters in the NOI. I want to say Islam to all my Moorish brothers and sisters. I want to say peace to all my brothers and sisters in the nation of gods and earth, them 5%ers. I want to say what's up to all my Rasta brothers and sisters. Salute to all my atheist brothers and sisters. What's up to all my Abo brothers and sisters. Big what up to all my Naga brothers and sisters. Last and certainly not least, I want to say Jambo to all the rest of my brothers and sisters all throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you black, I'm with you. And I hope that you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting. We can have unity without uniformity. And guess what, family? As hard as it may be, we can disagree without being disrespectfully disagreeable. With that being said, family, let's get into it.
Coming up, the topic today is who is the best presidential candidate, so we got a good one. I'm very excited for this one myself. I want to acknowledge the chat first. We have Moonless Nights, we got Big Marlin in the chat. What's good, Big Marlin? We got Pandemus, the Panther Geist himself, really terrorizing. He really like a scary movie out here. That's the champ right here. So you know what it is, man. I see Neo. We got Big Neo in the chat. So just want to start off acknowledging the chat. Now we got two wonderful contestants here, great combatants. We got nobody come off mute. Just say what's up to the people one time.
What's up with it, man? Y'all already know. I go by the name Nobody. I always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody, which is Jesus Christ. What's good with you?
That's on Jesus now. I really want y'all to know that's on Jesus now. First and foremost, if it's not on Jesus and it's not on Jerusalem or Jehoshaphat or Abraham. Doc, what's up, Doc? We got Doc in the building. Come on, say something, Doc.
What it do? I'm not about to play with you with the Jehoshaphat, though. What's up to everybody? Peace to everybody in the chat, everybody watching, listening. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Ready for this to be a very interesting conversation.
Word. That's what's up. Me too. We gonna kick it off in just a second, but I do want to say, I find these conversations about current events, particular interest to myself, because while we all enjoy the way people lived 3,000 years ago, sometimes we got to put that phone down, right? I love books, right? I'm a writer myself, but sometimes you gotta close the books, we gotta put the phone down, and we gotta look up, right? Because we're having conversation today about things that impact us not only now, but that will impact us for 4 years and how whoever knows how long, right? Whichever candidates' policies are implemented and maintained, right? So this is a very important time. It's a very important discussion to be had amongst Black people. I think we feel how we feel about the candidates, but one thing we gonna acknowledge and one thing we won't fail to acknowledge first and foremost is an appreciation for those that died, so we have access to vote, right? We thank the efforts of Fannie Lou Hamer really going crazy and getting busy out there, getting her hands dirty, so that's all I got to say to start it off. Excuse me there. I'm gonna get it cracked. We're gonna get it started now. We're gonna get it going. We're gonna give Doc, I think you opening. You have 5 minutes to just give an opening or a quick rundown on what we're gonna see presented from your side today, right? And you will also be kicking off the first round of the debate. But go ahead and kick off your intro. You got 5 minutes on the clock, Doc.
I bet. Can you show my screen though right there? Let me put it up. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. Pull it up. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
1 second. I'm learning as I go. Hold on.
Are you good? You good? We chilling. We good, man.
All right, bet. So share.
Good.
Just because the visuals kind of drive it home. You know what I mean? So
For sure. No sweat. We understand. I got you popped up. Pull you up real quick. All right, Doc. It's your world. Go ahead and get it started. I'm finna press play. Ready? All right, let's go.
Give a shout out to my mom. We miss you very dearly. And so, 3 main questions we want to consider today. Does Kamala have the Black voters' best interest at heart? Does being a Republican, aka Black Nazi, benefit Black people in any way? Which candidates' policies are better suited to serve our people in the long run? And then we have a follow-up question here. Sorry, went the wrong way. Why would Black men support a racist, misogynist liar? So here are some of our so-called leaders, people we look up to. We got Fred Hampton, Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X, MLK Jr., Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. So would Fred Hampton support Trump? With Tupac? With Nipsey Hussle? With Khalid Muhammad? With Dr. Wilson and MLK? Or Malcolm X? Absolutely not. So why would you? So you brought up a good point here, Rocky, about us giving thanks to our predecessors who, fought for the right to vote. A lot of people say they don't want to vote because they feel like our vote doesn't matter. Your vote does matter. So here we have proof of Russian election interference targeted at Black voters, right? And then people bring up how the Democrats were the ones that were pro-slavery. Yeah, that was before Reconstruction. Here we got some history. I'm not going to read all of it. You can run it back if you like. I have some links here. If people want me to share it later, I could do that. But it all just boils down to the parties change hands. Basically, Democrats became Republicans, Republicans became Democrats, right? So, again, a famous neo-Nazi, Paul Weyrich, said, I don't want everybody to vote. Our leverage in the elections, quite candidly, goes up as the voting populace goes down. So, voter suppression has been a problem since 1870. Republican white nationals never wanted you to have the right to vote. Again, these women stood in line, were very proud. Were they Democrat or Republican? Who knows? But the point was they stood out and they exercised their right to vote. So let me know if this plays real quick. It's only like a minute.
All right, Doc, go ahead and run it. You had 2 minutes 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you a pause just to get you, running. Go ahead and give it a shot. Let me see. Verify this. I would say skip.
Right.
Skip verify.
It's okay. We got Jill Stein,
Right.
Donald Trump, Chase Oliver, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Kamala Harris, who is the only one who has experience in all 3 branches of this government, right? And here we have a book I've mentioned before, who John W. Dean, talking about the Republican Party and how they're the ones who are destroying the legislative, executive, and judicial branches of our government. Republicans show you time and time again that they do not care about you, right? You can see this list right here. I'm not going to go through it, but yeah.
You had 2 minutes, Doc. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to end it right here. This cartoon, I thought it was funny. It says, why would anyone except Putin or a white nationalist vote for Cheeto the Don? The cartoon speaks for itself. That's his bestie right there. And this would explain why we have the Russian election interference, but we'll talk about that later. And I will end my opening right there. Thank you.
You still got a minute 30 though, Doc. You sure you want to stop it right there?
I mean, let me try to go back to that other slide if it'll play.
It's okay if you want to
quick.
stop it, but you still got that minute 30. We can still see, you know.
I got you. Let me see if it'll come up. Snap. Let's see.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, can you hear it?
Turn it up. I paused your time at a minute,
Can
12 seconds. No, I can't hear it that well. Can you turn it up? Try and turn it.
Can you hear it?
It's super low.
No. Okay,
It's
never mind.
super
Y'all
low.
end it. Yeah, I'll end it right there. It's cool.
Okay, cool. All right. Appreciate you, Doc. Stop sharing the screen for us, please.
Yeah, let me go back. Hold up. Boom. All right.
All right, cool. Appreciate you, Doc. All right, so we got Big Nobody in the building, man. Big Nobody, man. Brother, go ahead and introduce us to what you're going to be talking about today, to your opening round. Let's get it started, man. Take off.
All right, as y'all already know, as I said previously, I go by the name Nobody because I'm always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. On tonight's show, I will be showing why Donald Trump is the best candidate for the job over Kamala Harris. And the reason why I believe that is because I believe that Kamala Harris is a fraud. I believe that she's a flip-flopper. I believe that she don't stand on nothing that she says. She just says things for the moment, and when that moment is over, then so is she. Give me a second, Rocky. I'm trying to pull something up real quick. If you would give me a second.
You cool. I'll pause your time. You have 4 minutes and 14 seconds. I'll pause the time.
All righty. While my time is paused, I would like to say I will also show.
You trying to share your screen, brother?
Yeah.
All right. I just say you can't get in a slick argument point while your time is paused, though, brother. You know.
Okay, my bad. You're right. I wasn't trying to do that. My bad.
All right, you got it up. I'm finna start you back. All right.
All right.
All right, we going. Take off.
All right. As y'all can see right here in some of these photos that I have, we got Donald Trump standing right next to Rosa Parks, standing right next to Muhammad Ali, where they received the Ellis Award, all to Donald Trump with Muhammad Ali, Don King, Jesse Jackson. You know, we can see him with Reverend Al Sharpton. You know, some people didn't even know that Jesse Jackson had ran for president, and that's who helped fund his campaign, Donald Trump. He did it both times that he ran. You know, so how could he be racist? Do you think that Muhammad Ali, the person who talked the most trash about white people than anybody in his day, you think that he would be standing right next to a racist white person shaking his hand and endorsing him on projects, them doing things together, as well as any of these other black men that are in any of these other pictures? I think not. You know, the racist word gets thrown around so much, man, it's kind of like crying wolf, you know. Just because a person may disagree or have a different understanding from another person automatically because they're not the same skin color, that person becomes racist. I don't think that's right. You know, first off, I do believe in freedom of speech and things like that. I'd rather know a person is a racist and than to try to hide and be among us every single day while being like the KKK having robes over your head. Donald Trump is not a racist. I've never heard of Donald Trump being a racist in my life until he decided to run for president. He's been in multiple hip hop videos with black people. He's partnership with black people on a whole lot of things throughout his 30 years that I've been knowing him, or at least knowing of him. Never heard that he was racist until he started running for president. You know? So that's kind of funny for a person like me. I don't care if a person is black or white, just like I don't care that Kamala is not black, even though they push her to us as being black. We can clearly see that she identified herself as an Indian when she got into politics as a senator. So now all of a sudden she becomes one of us. Which again, I don't care if she's black or white. It's just the fact that she will lie to us, not only about that, but on so many other things and so many other subjects. And she would say one thing and she would flip flop something else. I'm going to prove how she flip flopped on fracking. I'm going to prove how she flip flopped on immigration. I'm going to show how she flip flopped on so many things that she said out of her own mouth. And then just pretty much prove that she can't be trusted. You know, that's really what it comes down to. And that's really all I got to say in the opening. Rocky, bro, you can yield the rest of my time.
You got 114 left. You sure?
Well, yeah. Well, I would like to say I really can't pull a lot of my stuff up because you already know why, Rocky. But hopefully the brother DMG will be back before I start my first round, so I can have a nice flow going through it. But I appreciate y'all for listening, and yeah, I yield the rest of my time, Rocky.
Yes, sir. Cool. So we stopped you at 51 seconds there. So, excuse me, I'm getting my mind right. I'm coughing a little bit. So, I just want to take a couple seconds, let it breathe. You know what Jay-Z say? 1 into the 2, 2 into the 3. You feel me? So, it's gonna be a good top. It's gonna be a good debate, man. So we see what side we have a Kamala versus a Trump situation here. I want to acknowledge the brother Timotheus that just slid into the panel. I'm sorry, that just slid into the chat. What's up, brother Timotheus, brother Thomas White? So all right, let's go on to the next one. Doc, you're up to start it off. Doc, you want to go ahead and start to pull up whatever you got to show if you're showing something before I hit the clock, before I put you on the clock.
Yeah. 1 second.
You have 10 minutes. And y'all know we only have a couple days to figure out really the what it's gonna be, right?
Right. Yeah. All right, here we go. I gotta go back and share. Hold on.
Yeah, no sweat, Doc. No sweat, Doc. Do your thing. Go ahead and hit the share button, and then I'm gonna just let you on. We good.
All right.
Yeah, we good.
Sorry, screen, audio. I don't know, my audio never really worked, but I have the slides, so it's cool.
Yeah, we can try the audio. No worries, Doc. We can try the audio again. The audio don't work out, we'll pause your time or whatever. But okay, Doc, right. We got you started. We finna go ahead and I'm finna share your screen, right? Screen sharing, Doc. Time on the clock. Go ahead and take off.
All right, bet. So again, I was asking, why would anyone except Putin or white nationalists vote for Cheeto Don, right? So here we have an article talking about all his financial failures. A lot of people like to claim he's like this great businessman and all this other stuff, but the track record says different. Here, I wanted to stress the point that the poorest states are all Republican except for one, which is New Mexico, which is very rural, right? If Republican economic policies are so great for America, how come 9 out of 10 of the poorest states are red? Another friendly reminder that there's a person you are trying to convince who says something ridiculous, doesn't properly comprehend what is being discussed. This is just to stress the point that a lot of people don't read, let alone comprehend. So these are some numbers as far as literacy. And I wanted to stress this point about, because Trump runs on this platform of like God and country, and, he's ordained. And ever since the assassination, people think he's, some Jesus savior. What is the separation of church and state? Although these words do not appear in the Constitution, the concept is implied in the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. This is the Establishment Clause prohibiting the government from aligning with any religion or non-religion. So remember that. Keep that in your back pocket. This graph is showing what is actually important to voters. Notice at the bottom, and I did this on purpose, The most important issue to people is inflation and prices, because people are trying to pay they're trying to pay their bills, feed their family every day. They just want to survive, right? When choosing a candidate, what's the number one issue in everybody's mind? Even nobody? Inflation. Not foreign policy, not education, not even civil liberties, which is weird to me, but the price of goods and services. What does this have to do with the price of tea in China? Everything. Just ask your boy Donald. Ask him. So again, why would any sane person support a person like Trump? In the 4 years, he's telling you in 4 years you won't have to vote again. That is the commentary of a dictator. And he said, I want to be dictator just on day one. A dictator never lets control go. If he's going to be a dictator on day one, he's going to be a dictator on the last day of his presidency if he were to be elected. Here's some articles here. This is a quote by the self-proclaimed Black Nazi Mark Robinson. I'm a Black Nazi. NC GOP nominee for governor made dozens of disturbing comments on a porn forum. Washington Post counts 30,573 false or misleading claims in 4 years by Trump. He's a liar. Everything he say is a lie. He just says what he needs to say. Nobody mentioned how he feels like Kamala is a pretender or fake. This man will do anything if it suits him, or if it's selfish, he's gonna do it. So it says 35% of Americans are willing to trust the words of a habitual liar over common sense, fact, science, their moral compass, and their own eyes and ears. Here's a little meme here. My followers will drink the Kool-Aid if I tell them, making him akin to Jim Jones. If y'all don't know, he had people drink the Kool-Aid and kill themselves. Here's a book by 37 psychiatrists and mental health experts who assess a president. They are telling you that this man is not fit to run a presidency, let alone run a household or a business or anything else. He's a fascist. He's a theocrat. He's a dictator. He's a kleptocrat. He's an autocrat. You can read all these definitions, look them up for yourself. I think that was a video, but my audio is weird, so I got a lot of stuff to get through here. So, quick facts about Trump. Listen, they try to say, things that help people survive during Helene, gas cars, gas stoves, because Trump is bought by big oil, so he has to push big oil. He doesn't want alternative energy. He does not think climate change is a real thing. He thinks it's a hoax, which is crazy because we're watching it happen before our eyes. So he's not a racist, they say. Trump falsely accused the exonerated five and called for them to receive the death penalty. Trump appeared for the first time in the New York Times in an article finding that he repeatedly refused to rent to Black renters in his buildings. This was in the 70s. So saying that he was never called racist until now, when he started running for presidency, that's a farce. A superintendent who worked for Trump reportedly said,
5 minutes.
I'm not allowed, I got you, rent Black tenants. Following the killing of George Floyd, Trump called protesters thugs and wrote, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. So we have evidence that the man is obviously a racist. Here's his numbers of the economy. He kept promising all these things he's going to do. He had a net job loss. He was riding off of Obama's economy, and he didn't do anything that he said he was going to do, right? Listen, these people in this picture where it says no Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, we all know whoever made this sign would support Trump. Trump and white nationalists, KKK, neo-Nazis. Look at these people with this flag. These racist incidents. This is his new MAGA hat. Look at this. Robe from KKK, right? We're going to move on, though. Again, Trump and white nationalism. It goes on and on and on. There was just so much. I really be wondering how we have this conversation. Racist views with Donald Trump. There's a Wikipedia page for every racist incident that he has been caught in. News articles, everything. So to say he's not a racist is will for ignorance. Just the fact that he hangs around Black people. Are these people friends with these people just because they're hanging around them? Black Christians, they like the Christ cake, but not the ingredients. How did Black Christians end up with the same faith as the KKK? White nationalism. We're going to get into that. This is showing Trump just pandering, doing whatever he needs to do. Matthew 6:5 in the Bible says, when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray on the street corners to be seen by men. Why do one issue Christian voters never pick this verse? He keep talking about he want to get rid of the immigrants. He's going to deport them on day one. He's going to enact the law of 1798. Where was our people in 1798? What was we doing? But you want to elect a man who's going to tell you he wants to go back to 1798? Be for real. Real quick, and this is ending it. Got some colorful names of old Donnie Boy, right? I just like to pick fun at him because he's a buffoon, he's a moron, he does not know what he's talking about, and he's a liar. So yes, all of these names, 45 to be exact. Oh, real quick, see this apotheosis right here? This is what our people are doing. If y'all look up this word, this is when you make a human a god. And that's what people are trying to do. They're trying to say that he's ordained by God. This is what he's supposed to do. That's why they're ignoring everything that he's actually doing and saying. Just a few reminders. Trump did not lower your taxes. He didn't get you the healthcare coverage. He didn't unite the USA. He divided it. He didn't lower your prescription, didn't build your roads and bridges, didn't decrease the deficit, didn't end the opioid crisis, didn't revive the coal industry, didn't make COVID-19 disappear, didn't make Mexico pay for the wall. He had a $2 billion a month in tariff cost to the American consumer. If you don't know what a tariff is, that's a tax on the consumer, not China. He had a trade war with China, which caused our prices to rise up. A lot of people didn't know that. They don't understand economics. He added 7.8 trillion to the deficit, a full 25% of the total. He incited an insurrection against our government. If y'all seen the movie, on this movie, he's about Jesus, America, and freedom. That's his catchphrase. That's how he get everybody to vote for him. Trump is no different. As a Black man or woman, a God-fearing Christian, ask yourself, does Trump exemplify the ideals that you adhere to? The reality is most Trump supporters do not care that his campaign does absolutely nothing for them personally, but because of religious ideologies, they support him anyway. Some more facts. You see this guy, Clarence Thomas, he's a race traitor. Trump got him on the Supreme Court. That's why they was able to make so many changes. They was able to overturn Roe v. Wade. Are you this person, or are you really a person for the people? Are you for your people? Why would you vote against your own interests? As we get clear to see, the few Black men and women who support Donald are a small group who do so either because of religious affiliations, selfish reasons, white nationalism, misogynistic patriarchal inclinations, or they just don't read. The things that divide us can and do fade away when you consider that we are all just trying to pay our bills, feed our families, and live to see another day. The capitalistic, imperialistic societies that have ensnared us for centuries is the problem. So, yeah, and I'm going to end it.
30 seconds.
Yep, that's it.
You sure, Doc? You got 25 seconds left.
Ain't too much else I can say in that amount of time. I gave y'all enough. I hope that's enough, but I know we got more to come later. So
Okay. Go. What Dirk say? Go. Okay, listen, man. I want to say this, man. I want to say this. This Doc first time. This her first debut over here. Before I let the good brother nobody go, y'all know how nobody get down, but right now, you know, this Doc debut over here. You know, she get busy, right? And we've been hearing she get busy. We said we want to check your chin. We heard you get busy, so we gonna see, right? So I see you, Doc. You know, I see you checked your temperature. I see you, Doc. So now we got nobody coming in his first round. Y'all know how nobody get down regardless. So I don't even gotta, you know, go ahead, take off nobody. Your time gonna be started.
Is my screen showing?
Yes, sir.
All right. Back at it again with y'all with round one. And round one, I'm pretty much just gonna talk a lot about Trump. I'm gonna get into my discuss of Kamala Harris in round two. You know, I might not get through all of this. Y'all bear with me. Y'all know how I do it. Speaking for Trump, you know, the economic policies and achievements, his tax reform, Trump 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act lowered the corporate tax rates and provided tax relief to middle-class families. Proponents argue this stimulus business investments and contribute to record low unemployment levels before COVID-19 pandemic. Job creation. Under Trump, the U.S. saw significant job growth in sectors like manufacturing, which had previously been in decline. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show a robust job market through much of his term, particularly among minority communities who saw lower unemployment rates. Approach to foreign policy. American First Doctrine. Trump foreign policy prioritize American interests, aiming to reduce military involvement overseas and strengthen economic ties. He broke the Abraham Accord, establishing diplomacy between Israel and several Arab nations, which had praised for potential to hold up, man. Go down here. Criminal Justice for Law Enforcement. First Step Act. The bipartisan criminal justice reform law signed in 2018 aimed to reduce prison sentences for certain offenders and improve prison conditions. The act is often highlighted as a rare achievement in bipartisan reform, showing Trump's capacity to work across party lines. Support for law enforcement. Trump law and order. I shouldn't have put it in this type of writing. It's put my phone at. I'm gonna read it from my phone. Give me 1 second, bro. If you can pause my phone. Kind of fun. I put it.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. It would help out if you can zoom in on it for us.
Oh, it ain't that clear. Yeah, because that must smile to me too. Let me see.
Yeah,
that's what's
brother.
throwing me off. Y'all know I wear glasses. Is that big?
Yeah, that's way better. Way better.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good,
way better.
good,
All right. Can you see that better?
All right. Yeah. That's cool. His policies include increase. Store my time back. Funding for police departments and the crackdown on violent crimes, which supporters believe foster safer communities. So what I'm reading right here, and y'all can go through and y'all get time. What I'm reading right here, you can find on any .gov. You can find on any Bureau of Labor. You can also go to Forbes, which you know that Forbes keep track of this stuff, like what was going on in 2019 compared to what was going on right now. And when you read that stuff, you find out that what Trump did in his 4 years compared to what Biden and Harris done in their 4 years, in the majority of the areas of their campaign that they ran on, Trump beat them out on each one of them. So for her to sit here and say that he did nothing, or that when he was in power, whatever he did didn't add up to nothing, well, Forbes would 100% disagree. And we're going to read some of it right here. It says the economy will be at the forefront of many votes, minds on election. As Vice President Kamala, the Biden administration's strong jobs record, while former President Donald Trump hones in on inflation, but the truth lies somewhere in between Trump and Harris' claims as Trump and Joe Biden investigated the pandemic unprecedented effects. Right here. Inflation has been far worse during the Biden administration, up 20.1% over the first 45 months of Biden terms, compared to the 7.1% during Trump's first 45 months. According to the government's Consumer Price Index, that equates to the annual inflation rates of 4.5 under Biden and 4.9 under Trump year over year. Inflation peaked under Biden as a 4-decade high of 9% in 2022 before falling just to over 3%, which Biden has blamed on COVID-19. Impact in the Russian-Ukraine war, supported at least in part by the globe natural of my bad, inflation. Come on, time. So as you can see right here, Trump's first 45 days in office was a whole lot better than what Biden and Kamala Harris' first 45 days in office. When it came to inflation, Trump's was lower. When it came to the job market, both Biden and Trump oversaw strong labor market. Since Biden took office, overall employment is up 12%. Average pay is up 19%, and unemployment is down 6.7% to 4.1%. It was particularly a sign of strength that job growth and sub 4% unemployment and coincided with interest rates increased and a subsiding in inflation, both of which particularly hurt the labor market. Through the U.S. employment pictures have shown some cracks in recent months. Perhaps Trump's most impressive labor market feats were unemployment declined to 4.7% to as low as 3.5% in late 2019 and early 2020, which tied its lowest level since 1969, and wages growing by inflation beating 15% over his 4-year term. You can see he killed Biden when
Right. Stop his time. Hey, nobody. Are you reading from the
Yeah,
screen? Because you in between two slides right now.
I am reading from the screen. Okay, so what? I need to pull one up by itself?
No. What I'm saying is you in between two slides, so people just saying whatever you reading is not on the screen.
Oh, well, how is that happening? Let me see.
Nobody, brother. I'm
Um,
gonna be honest. I figured you couldn't see it well enough, so you just was kept going.
no,
But I got your
this is
time
what's on
pause.
my
I got your
screen.
time pause at 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
So
like
what's
right
on
now,
y'all?
it's in
Let me go
between
to
the
this.
screen where it say something about the tariffs at the bottom, and then at the top of the next screen, it say something about criminal justice and law enforcement.
Ah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you in between two slides.
Yeah, I'm reading from. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, you in between two slides.
I'm reading from. Okay. What about now? Am I still? I'm not sharing no more. Okay, hold up.
No, you're not sharing no more. And if you
Nah, you're
have
not
to,
sharing.
if you
Dang.
when you reshare it, if you continue to have problems, if you need to, just read it. If you reshare it, if you have problems, if you continue to have problems, just read it.
Okay, can y'all see it now?
Are you reading a Forbes article right now? Are you ever? Are you?
But
You
yeah,
just
that's what
read?
I've been reading the whole time. Ah, man.
Cool. Let's go. Take off. Go.
Yeah. I don't know how that. Is it moving with it? I'm moving it up and down.
Nah, no, sir.
Is it
Yeah,
moving,
you
Rocky?
good. It's moving. You good?
What in the world? It's moving. Okay. Okay, don't worry about it. Well, say y'all, everything I was reading, I apologize. I was reading. Okay, guys, to the audience, everything I was reading was from Forbes right here. I was showing that these wasn't just my words. This wasn't just my opinion. This stuff is actually documented. So everything that I read, everything I said, inflation was in his 4 years, in his first 45 months as president over Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's what it says. To the job market and the way that Donald Trump beat out uh, Joe Biden
All right. Nobody. Your sound is
and
crazy. Hold on. We gotta.
Kamala Harris,
Nobody. Nobody. Hold on. I'll
and
pause your time, bro. Your sound is crazy. You sound crazy.
their 4 years. That's what Forbes is. And you know Forbes document all this stuff. So
Nobody.
back to
Your
it was
time.
talking about,
Nobody.
huh?
Rocky,
I
stop
had
your
them.
time.
Yeah.
Rocky, stop your time. Your mic is jacked up right now. Go out
Yeah.
and come back in. Can you hear me?
I
Oh
put
man,
him
I was
on
talking
mute.
the
I
whole
put him
time.
on mute for a second. I put you on mute, bro, because your sound's so bad. We can't follow what you're saying. So I need you to go out and then come back in. We're gonna throw you right back in. We got your time pause. We can't follow you at all because it sounds like robotic.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, try falling out and coming back in. That's all.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
want
I'm
to make
trying to read
sure
it now.
everything crystal clear. This is a good debate. We just want to make sure everything crystal clear.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be right if we can't, if we can't hear you, man. Yeah, man. Hopefully nobody come back as soon as possible, man. I've been enjoying this debate so far. I really have. I haven't voted yet. I plan on voting tomorrow. But this is interesting. DMG, now that you on, brother, how do you feel? What are you seeing so far from this? I know we still in the first round. But how do you feel so far? I mean, about the debate, about the whole idea of this debate right here in the two combatants, so to speak.
Well, I think that obviously it's a very, very timely conversation, and it's a very relevant conversation. Oftentimes we get on here and we talk about things from from our ancient past that really, in the grand scheme of things, some of it or a lot of it don't really have a lot of relevance in terms of our modern day paradigms. And so this is something that's very tangible for pretty much everybody, at least in terms of our country, and even those who are not in our country, because America has its hands in almost, in a lot of different countries worldwide. So this is a very, very pertinent conversation, and it's important because it's a lot of rhetoric out there in terms of our community that I think needs to be cleared up, both about Kamala and about Donald Trump. So I think the sister came out, and for this to be her first time putting her demonstration down debate wise on the channel.
Now, I hate to cut you off. Hold on. I hate to cut you off. I asked that question, but I cleaned it up at the end because the brother's still in the middle of his first round, and we didn't even get to see his first round. I think
I ain't gonna talk about what he did. I'm just gonna mention what the sister did so far. She put down her demonstration, and so far, I think he doing well. They both coming with some relevant information, and I think by the end of this thing, the people definitely gonna have some information that maybe they didn't have at first, maybe they forgot about, or that they just needed to be refreshed on, and hopefully they can make a more informed decision as we get ready to wind this thing down to election day. So that being said, I think it's going to continue to be a powerful night. We just got to wait for our brother Nobody to jump back in. In the meantime, I'm gonna show the family something that we got going on next Monday on the channel with regards to another powerful versus series debate. And our brother, the chief ambassador himself, LP, be in the building taking on one of my mans in them, fit barber Mike Connolly. And so they'll be talking about,
that's gonna be a good one, bro.
Should black people get back in church? For those who not aware, in recent years, there's been what can only be described as a falling away from the black church amongst our community, and it's for various reasons. I think that a lot of it has to do with the church itself, kind of not kind of grasping the how can I say, the heartbeat sort of
brother DMG. We got the brother Nobody back. I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother. Listen, man. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about the brother DMG. Right? DMG is a good example, right, of an older black man, right, to look up to. But I'll tell you one thing that DMG and I share and have in common. We both so long-winded. We talk so much.
He giving me a backdoor compliment, y'all. He gonna compliment me and then tell me something negative I do.
Oh, for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we so long, right? But we got the brother Nobody back in, and I don't want to say too much. I don't want to, Nobody, brother. Can you turn on your mic so we can hear how you sounded real quick before we give it back over to you?
Yeah. How do I sound, bro? Can you hear me?
You sound better. Yeah, you sound much better. If you want
I
to,
don't know what happened, man.
if you want to go ahead and get set up, you still got, I believe. Let me look at the clock. You still have
Yeah,
4
I'm
minutes
ready.
and 5 seconds. Okay, take off. I'm gonna start it now. Take off.
4 minutes and 5 seconds. All right, man. I hope y'all heard everything that I was saying. I was just saying previously, if that sounds good now, I was just saying previously that everything that I was saying wasn't coming from me. It was actually coming from Forbes. So nobody can say that I'm making anything up. And if you know anything about Forbes, they calculate everybody, especially when you make a certain amount of money, that they also keep up with politics and numbers and percentages and all that good stuff. So I'm not coming from a random source. Anybody can go look up any of this information. And when I was reading about the job market, about inflation, my friends are COVID,
You still choppy.
with the
I'm
job
gonna pause
market
your
and inflation,
time.
all that stuff. As we see, according to their numbers, Donald Trump 4 years was definitely beating out Joe Biden and Kamala Harris 4 years. When it comes to
Nobody.
COVID,
I
it
pause your
says,
time, bro. You still choppy, bro. You still. It's terrible, brother. It's terrible.
wow, man. How do I sound now?
You sound okay now, but when you get into it, it's like we can understand maybe every fourth word. It sounds robotic.
All right, that's okay. That's cool. I'll just play a video for the rest of my time, I guess, man. I don't want to hold up the debate. I know everybody got something to do, and I don't know what's
Nah,
going
keep
on.
going. Nah. We gonna keep going through it. I just wanted you. I don't know if you're on Bluetooth, if maybe you may need to turn your
No,
Bluetooth on,
I'm
turn your
not.
Bluetooth back off. If your device is plugged in, unplug it, replug it in, maybe try that. But we're gonna keep going through it though. I think you should keep talking. I want you to keep going through it. I just want you to get a fair shot because of the audio. So you know what I mean? But you have 3 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm
Right.
gonna hit play again and get it cracking, man.
All right. Pretty much through all these different categories, y'all can pull this stuff up for yourself. Long story short, the majority of them, Trump won out. I'm not gonna say he won every last one of them, but out of I can't recall how many of them it was, but I think out of 7 of them, he had like 5 of them that he really wiping the floor with whatever Joe Biden and Kamala Harris administration had going on. Even though they tried to lock this man up, even though they tried to assassinate this man twice, even though they've been on so many witch hunts, to try to get rid of this man, we all know that when it comes to the government, it's 2 wings of the same bird. Well, Trump is not one of them. That's why we see he get pushed back from both sides. Of course, he run as a Republican because most people kind of understand that according to his values or whatever, he agrees with that more. But if you look at Trump's stance, we all know that Trump is actually a independent. He registered as an independent before he came to run for Republican, and everybody knows that you have a better chance of winning the race if you run Democrat or Republican. Pretty much anybody could run for president. Kanye West ran for president and got like 600 votes. So it's just for an individual. If you do want to be the leader of this world, you got a better chance of winning as a Democrat or a Republican, no matter what views you take just as an individual. That's just common sense, for the last however long since they've been having those 2 parties. We know that there are other parties to run for, but for some reason, those parties only go so far inside the primary and stuff like that, and they none of them actually make it as far as a Democrat or a Republican. So that's why we see them treating Trump the way that we treat him. This is why we see the false news, the false allegations, him being called racist and white supremacists and all this other stuff or whatever. This is nothing but propaganda from mainstream media, in which we all know that it says that if you tell it out long enough, people start to believe it. But when we actually look at the man's track record, if a person is a racist, he would have not done any of those things that the things that I brought up, and
Brother,
many of other
nobody.
things
Did
that
you
I'm going to show.
intend? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You got 45 seconds, but did you intend to show us your email on the screen? Your email is showing on the
I,
screen.
I, I had the Forbes thing to it. I had Forbes for it up, but okay.
All right. You got 45 seconds. You still we still using that as a reference, or you want to just continue rocking out? I'll let you rocking out because I didn't want to interrupt you again. But
Yeah, I stopped it.
all right, you got 45
I
seconds.
don't know what's going on, bro. But okay, I'm just keep going, bro. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I say, my round one, I was just trying to show y'all how when it comes to who should be running this country based off Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. For the Donald Trump side, the 4 years of Kamala Harris being VP, running up under Joe Biden, failed in comparisons to what Donald Trump did his first 4 years. And in those first 4 years, Donald Trump didn't do any of the things that they're claiming that he's going to do in this term. He's a neo-Nazi. He's against black people. He's pushing this. He's pushing that. A lot of that stuff, when fact checked, we see that stuff is not true, man. It's just a bunch of rhetoric from the left to try to make people think in a certain direction for a vote that does matter this election. And I'm going to yield the rest of my time right there, bro.
All right, that's your time. That's your time. That's your time. I gotta say it again. What Dirk say on that song? Go, go, go. You hear me? I see you, man. ADMG. Round one is in. You know, we're gonna take a second. You know, we're gonna let it breathe. Let it off again, DMG. I thought I heard a bomb in the background. Brother. Okay. Well, check it out. We're gonna let it breathe real quick. We're gonna let it breathe. Got some see what nobody brought.
This been a crazy back and forth, man. Like right now, it's like punch, counter punch, jab, uppercut, hook. It's outside of the technical difficulties which happen. This has been a heavy debate. Salute to both parties. I definitely appreciate it, and y'all continue to rock this thing out. I ain't gonna say nothing too long because Rocky gonna start getting on my head. I'm gonna share this real quick, and then I'm gonna get out y'all way. Y'all come back next Monday, not tomorrow, but the following Monday, November 11th, 7 p.m. CST. You know I'm gonna put it at 7:15 because we be late, so I always get that extra 15 minutes. But it's the Fit Barber, my homie, who be getting my beard right, and my man LP, two barbers, and one says black people should get back in church. The other says, nah, we good. We need to figure something else out. LP say we need to get back in church. The Fit Barber say we need to figure something else out. Somebody gonna get cut. Who right, who wrong? Y'all let me know, and y'all come check them out on Monday, November 11th. Also, flyer will be up this Tuesday. This Saturday, me, your brother DMG, aka I almost said nobody, aka Brother Pianki. I'm gonna be taking on James Cassell in a much needed conversation. It's gonna be a break away from some of the more serious topics. Who's the GOAT?
Oh,
LeBron
man.
or Michael Jordan? I got MJ, he got LBJ. We're going to settle this thing once and for all right here on Paradigm Shift TV. That's this Saturday, November 9th, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Central Time. Y'all be here. All right.
Okay.
It's on you.
I hear you. That was supposed to be mine though, DMG. You know, I put in a personal request for that fade. I just want to say that. I just want to leave that there. I put in a personal request for that fade, but I understand. Listen, brother. So I understand. I don't want to sound like redundant, right? But I don't want us to miss the fact that while we're enjoying this conversation and we enjoying this debate, we're enjoying the fruits of our ancestors' labor here, right? We have a choice and we have a space to debate about our choice, right? So I don't want that moment to be lost, that impact to be lost, right? So as we move on to this next round, right? This is the rebuttal round. This is the round where, you know, this gladiator school right here. It's time to get busy. We got nobody coming up first for the first part of the rebuttal round. Then Doc gonna close out that round. You know, second round, you get 10 minutes each. Let's see, man. This is where it's at, man. Let's see. Go ahead. Nobody take off, man.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna try this share screen thing one more time. Wait for you actually share my screen. Let me get this timestamp on there because I don't.
All right, I stopped the
Since
time
the
at
audio
45.
Since the audio messing up, man, I'm gonna just place. I'm gonna just play some audio and hopefully y'all can hear it. And I agree with all these points. I'm gonna try to sit through it though. You know, certain timestamps throughout the video.
I got you. I'm trying to pull you up right now to show on the screen.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do this, but that's.
You good. Craig, I just want to acknowledge the chat. Craig, crazy appeal to ancestors, logical fallacy, man. We have the most lit chat in the conscious community. DMG, I just want to say that. Pulling you up now, brother.
As of late, and she recently appeared.
All right, I'm ready, bro. You can share my screen.
All right, time starting now.
Is it showing a video?
Yes, sir.
Is it showing a video?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you hear it?
Interestingly
Yes, sir.
enough, Kamala Harris has been on a bit of a media blitz as of late, and she recently appeared on The View, where she was asked if she would have.
Can't hear anything.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
So you can't hear nothing?
No, we good. Keep it rocking. We good.
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of I've been a part of most of the have had
She said
impact.
Now,
they
funnily enough,
asked
this is
her,
Kamala Harris actually.
what would she do as president that's different than Joe Biden? And what she say? She said nothing. And I just read from Forbes, where Forbes just laid out all the areas in which Donald Trump was pretty much whooping Kamala Harris and Joe Biden tail. And she said that she wouldn't change anything. Now, that's what she said at first, right? Let's see what she say after this.
That a lot of people, especially independent voters, really want this to be a change election.
Mm-hmm.
And that they tend to break for you in terms of thinking about change.
Mm-hmm.
You are a member of the president administration.
Mm-hmm.
Under a Harris administration, what would the major changes be and what would stay the same?
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm obviously not Joe Biden.
I know.
And so that would be one change in terms of, but also I think it's important to say with, 28 days to go, I'm not Donald Trump. And so when we think about elected president, it is about, frankly, I love that it is our.
When you waste our time, y'all see, she's giving us a word salad. Now they asked her what's going to change. First, she said nothing. The only thing she could come up with is that Joe Biden is not her. She not Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not her. She don't have a plan. She don't have nothing going for her, man. All this time, people been saying the government, can't stand the government. They doing us like this. They doing us like that. And for the majority of my life, Democrats have been in the seat. Look at who they putting in front of us. Everybody knows that the president is just a face. Whoever she working for, man, she don't care what she got to say in order to be the face that's over the presidency. She not finna do anything. She just flip-flop right there. Now we finna pull up her talking about guns. Watch this. Everybody knows that Kamala Harris, when she ran as senator in California as well as on the campaign trail, she said that she would come in people's houses and take their assault rifles. She would take even their handguns. That's what she said. President Joe Biden was telling her that was unconstitutional. Her own president, well, soon to be president, was telling her that's unconstitutional. We can't go in people's house and take their guns. You know what she said after that? She said, well, why you keep saying we can't? let's start saying we can. Everything that I'm telling y'all, we're going to hear from the horse's mouth.
Everyone's going to say, Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about.
No sound, bro. No sound at all.
Y'all heard that.
Nobody.
Watch this.
You had no sound.
Days, including banning imports of AR-15 assault weapons.
That's right.
President Obama, after Sandy Hook, more than 23 executive actions, and yet here we all are today. In recent days, former Vice President Biden has said about executive orders, some really talented people are seeking nomination. They said, I'm going to issue an executive order. Biden saying there's no constitutional authority to issue that executive order when they say I'm going to eliminate. Trump can do things when he says he can do it by executive order. Does the vice president have a point there?
Some things you can, many things.
Let's let the senator answer.
Oh.
Y'all get to her? Joe, hold up, let's get through with that.
Let's be constitutional. We got a constitution.
Y'all hear what Joe said?
Reiterated her
Joe said we got a constitution. That's unconstitutional. We can't walk in people's houses and take their guns. Now notice I'm skipping to certain parts because I don't want to be biased at all. We hearing it from the horse's mouth. She's saying all this stuff out of her own mouth. She's a flip-flopper. She don't stand on anything. She don't care what it is. So how can we trust anything that she's saying that she's gonna do? I don't care what it is. If she says she's gonna do one thing, it doesn't matter because all she's gonna do is switch her stance. No, let's go here.
And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty. But let's understand.
So where the f are we right now?
You guys see that? She stood right there on the debate stage and said that we have no active duty members in any war zones around the world. While soldiers, our soldiers are in the war zone around the world. Do y'all see what I'm saying? This lady is a fraud, man. She don't care nothing about nothing y'all talking about. She don't care nothing about nothing I'm talking about. She finna go live her presidential lifestyle, worry free. She's not gonna do nothing. Just like when she was at the border, she was the border czar. People keep saying, "Oh, she didn't have no power. She couldn't do this. She couldn't do that." That ain't what she said. She didn't say she didn't have no power. She's the vice president. Her vote is the deciding vote when it comes to breaking ties for lawmakers in our country. What you mean she don't have no power? And she already just said earlier in the video I played that she wouldn't do anything different than what Joe Biden did. She agreed to the stuff. She's at those same meetings when they writing them policies, when they coming up with plans, when they making stuff up. She's at those same meetings, bro. And she get to have an input. And when they give her a job, what does she do? Nothing. Every time she goes on anybody talk show or have any kind of interview, her main subject is Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. That's all she want to talk about. She has no plan. She didn't flip-flop so many times just based off the subjects that I have shown y'all right now. And I got a whole list of them just throughout this one video. I can't get through all of this, but if y'all really want to get to the gist of it, go look up this video. I got the name of it on the screen right now. Go pull this stuff up and go educate yourself. It's coming from the horse's mouth. Nobody is putting nothing on it. Ain't nobody making it up. Ain't nobody editing nothing. Ain't nobody clipping nothing. In fact, speaking of clipping, Candace Owens has a series that she has been doing. The vice president, she put out a book and she put this woman on side of her and said that woman is her grandmother. And she's about 16 or 17 years old somewhere inside that photo. The woman would have been dead before Kamala Harris was even born. And then it turns out that the woman ended up being one of the people who were a slave to Kamala Harris's family at that time. Because y'all do know Kamala Harris' family owned slaves, right? I mean, that's just a fact, you know? So it's like, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I can't see how people who've been disliking this government their whole time on earth now we're trying to feed you the same stuff endorsing people like Sexy Red and Carly B's and Megan Thee Stallion, some of the entertainers who are over sexualizing our children and generations, endorsing people like Eminem, a dude who claimed to fame in music was dissing his mama and talking about killing his baby mama. Like, what is y'all talking about, man? She ain't going to go get no black property hedge fund property managers. She ain't going to go get no black lawyers, judges, like some people of quality. Look at the type of black people that she put in front of us to say that she's one of us and try to get our vote. It's some of the ratchetest, that man, type of people that there is, man. So for anybody to think that I'm going to give my vote to anything like that, who just talking just to talk, and she didn't even, matter of fact, she didn't even win a primary. Nobody voted her in. She got placed in. Do y'all know that presidents are selected, not elected? We've been saying that forever. But at the end of the day, everybody knows that Trump is against the system, and they see it. They just act like they don't want to see it because they are programmed by the government that they've been loving their whole life.
That's your time, brother. That's your time.
If I can finish my thought,
brother.
Go ahead. That's it. Okay. Let me stop this.
Yeah, that's your time. That's your time. Doc,
all right.
Doc, I know you wanted to share your screen. We appreciate you. That second round was heat. I appreciate. Ain't nobody. I know there were some technical difficulties, but what you brought, what we heard, and what you explained was really thorough. I expect nothing less of you. My brother right there. Nobody. Doc, I know you was trying to share your screen earlier. Do you want to go ahead and get it pulled up before we get your time kicked off? How you want to do it, Doc? You let me know.
Hey, I'm here. My daughter just wanted. Thank you. All right. So, okay. Just let me, before you start my time, let me pull up my screen because I have so much stuff to go through. Okay. Let me. Nope. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. You good? You good? I won't start your time until you're fully prepared. So we're fine. Just don't, Yeah, but this might be the best debate in the past few months, y'all. I think this is up there. This is top 3 at least in the past 6 months for me. It's top 3.
That's what's up.
All right, we got y'all up. Your time starts now, Doc.
All right, so I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to get through all of this stuff because a lot of the stuff that was straight up gossip, and it's hard to counter misinformation because it's like you can't counter everything, right? So the first thing I want to start, if y'all can see my screen, this is Reuters, right? Republicans call Harris a failed border czar. The facts tell a different story. For people who don't understand politics, she was sent to observe and report. That was her job. A news crew that was against her gave her the label border czar, but they did that not understanding her job to even be there in the first place. Okay, so the next point I wanted to make, people keep acting like this dude is a saint. It's so funny how nobody he's saying all these things about the government this and the government that, but somehow separating Trump from that same government that he is succeeding in, that whole white supremacist facade that we all live under. You really think that this man is not a part of that? That's crazy to me, but it's okay. That's what propaganda does, right? So another thing, they say, oh, Kamala wasn't black until she started running for president. Smiley on just turned black. They only said it because Trump said it. How you gonna let a white man tell you who's black or not? First of all, and then hold on. Oh, my PowerPoint. Let me get back to my PowerPoint. Another thing I wanted to correct. So he had an article from Forbes, right? I had an article from Forbes that was pro Kamala. This is the news. They're gonna sway whatever, they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say to sell the newspapers. or the articles. Just like you saying Trump, Kamala is going to say anything she's going to say. These are politicians. They have to pander to people to get the vote. So everything that you're saying about Kamala, you can actually say it about Trump times 10. That's the reality of it. So here's the WhiteHouse.gov, not Forbes, not any article that has a ulterior motive. This is the WhiteHouse.gov. The latest data shows that unemployment rate for Black workers was 5.6% in April 2024, continuing the trend of low unemployment rate for this group by historical standards. Historical. For context, the average unemployment rate for Black Americans was about 8% from 2016 to 2020 and 11%. So who was president from 2016 to 2020? All right, so let's go. So here, this is my chance to rebut all the stuff about Kamala. The real thing is, we've already shown that Trump is a horrible person. He is an obvious racist. He is an obvious panderer. He is an obvious liar. He is a malignant narcissist. He's all the things, right? So, what are her policies? He sit up here and says she don't have no policies. She don't have nothing to talk about. She has to talk about Trump so much because of how dangerous it is for him to get back in office that people don't realize. So she wants to cut taxes for the middle class. What policies does Trump have that tailor to the middle class? Nobody mentioned, oh, he cut corporate taxes. How does corporate taxes affect you as a working Black man in America? You don't benefit off of that. Only his rich white friends benefit off of that, not you. So Kamala is a Democrat. She is trying to build up the middle class. That is literally
Hey,
what
Doc, we still on Reuters. Are we still supposed to be on Reuters right now?
Oh, wait, it didn't. No, you're not. Hold on. No, you're supposed to be on my PowerPoint. Hold on. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, because I gotta share it a different way. Okay, let me go back to my PowerPoint.
You're fine.
Hold on.
I'll pause your sound.
Yeah, thank you for that. All right, hold on.
You're fine.
See, they should just have it like because I didn't share my entire screen. Okay, this would be better. All right, boom. Let me. All right, you can see it now, yeah.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, we can see it now. You're good.
All right, boom. So, again, he's saying, what are her policies? Look, it's going to take a while to go through them, but here's just some. She wants to cut the taxes for middle-class families, make rent more affordable and home ownership more attainable, grow small businesses and invest in entrepreneurs, take on bad actors and bring down costs, strengthen and bring down the cost of healthcare. Listen, we all have people who need and use Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. The Republicans want to dead all of that. They want to get rid of the Department of pretty much all of it. They want to get rid of the Department of Education. They want to dismantle pretty much all of the agencies that help build up the middle class. So she wants to protect and strengthen Social Security and Medicare, support America's innovation and workers, provide a pathway to middle class through quality, affordable education, invest in affordable childcare and long-term care, lower energy costs, tackle the climate crisis. Remember, Donald, because he is not very bright, he thinks climate change is a hoax, but he's also been bought off by big oil. So he has to say that climate change is a hoax. Here's some articles that are pro-Kamala, just telling you what's been going on with her. Also, he brought up how she didn't have a primary. Listen, there's been at least 7 presidents who did not have a primary. When you're
I can't hear you, Doc. Can't hear you. Time pause at 4 minutes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good now.
All right. So I was saying, she didn't actually need a primary. She had a roll call virtual primary, right? With 99% of the votes. So all this, she stole the election. No, you need to check your history and check facts. She didn't steal anything. They claim it was voter fraud. Here's all the articles. You can go to the Senate .gov. They investigated. There was no voter fraud found whatsoever. None. Period. So again, more pro Kamala articles. She will fight to protect the rights of Black men. She on most issues, Black voters are more confident in Harris than Trump. These are all news articles that I pulled. This one right here is a Pew Research article. New polling finds Harris gaining with the group she has struggled with, Black men, as she should. The one of the big ticket things is, abortion and reproductive rights. Again, I've mentioned, it's beyond needing to have an abortion. Women have died and lost their lives. One of the acts that Kamala supported was the Momnibus Act, right? So what has Kamala done for Black people? Well, here's a list of legislations tailored for Black people. She had the Back on Track program for ex-offenders, meaning that instead of keeping recidivism high, we're going to take ex-offenders, we're going to give them education, give them training, give them rehabilitation programs. We're going to keep them out of jail. The George Floyd Act, the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, HR 40 Reparations Act. This was for us to get back reparations. So is Trump pro reparations? I don't think so. The Crown Act, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. These are acts like how the brother Rocky is saying, our ancestors died and bled, sweat and tears for us to be able to vote and be a part of this democratic process, right? So I mean, I clown this guy because he's a buffoon to me. So I put in certain things here that talk about how silly it is and why we need to get him out of office. But listen, Trump's lack of intelligence and random synapses that fire, then words fall out of his face. He literally just says anything. He talking about Kamala's word salad. Go to a Trump rally or watch him on TV. He literally says nothing. He offers nothing. He does nothing for the Black population. He says he does. He brings celebrities, people who he thinks that we care about. But what is he really doing for us? The crime reform bill. Remember, on my graph here, where I'm showing you, hold on, what do people actually care about from a day to day? Yeah, we talk about all this stuff on the internet, but what do we actually really care about? Feeding our families and paying our bills. That's what we care about, right? So how can we sit up here and support someone who does not care about us, who has shown us time and time, who is with the party, who's shown you they don't care about us time and time again? The dude wants to put this guy RFK as as the head of our. Look at this guy, yo. I wouldn't even want him nowhere near my food. But RFK Jr. ran as an independent. Then he started endorsing Trump because what? I'm gonna scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's how they do each other. But we can't do that for. We can't do that for ourselves. Again, this man lures the poorly educated. Why? Because they don't pay attention to facts. He can say anything. And I'm going to leave y'all with this image right here. This one, because the reality is this dude is a racist liar and he don't need to be nowhere near the presidency, period. That's it.
Cool, Doc. That's your time. That now completes round 2. So now we're gonna move on to the Q&A period. You each get 10 minutes to ask each other questions. Now, please keep in mind that it is the person that is asking the question. That time is your time. So keep in mind when you're asking questions, the way the person answers it, that the more time they take to answer, the more time you lose, right? So we're gonna go ahead and Doc, you gonna kick it off on this one. Doc, you ready for this one?
No, you told me that I had the second Q&A. Remember, I asked that question earlier.
Nah, you get. I believe you have the first round of the Q&A.
We had that conversation before this started, though. I said I got the end of the Q&A, and you said yeah.
Well, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Nobody. Go ahead. You got 10 minutes on the clock. For the Q&A period. Are you ready? Nobody.
Hold up. Can you wait for you start? Let me share my screen real quick.
Yes, sir.
Particularly, I know we haven't started shit. Sis, I'm just gonna ask a series of yes or no questions. Actually, mostly. All right, you can start my time, bro.
All right, you good? Take off.
All right, I want you to listen to this, sis, and I'm gonna ask you because you spoke on reparations, right? You said that she said that she was for reparations and Donald Trump wasn't for reparations and all that. Let's listen to this real quick. And my whole point in playing this is I've been proving all night that Kamala Harris is a flip-flopper. That's been the theme of my whole theme tonight. Now let's go.
Do you support reparations? Black people.
Well,
So is there a question in here, or
again,
it's his time to do what he wants with
and
it.
now we have
It is the Q&A period, but if he burns the time, then
that is not legal, but still exists.
I gotta try to skip through it. Right, that's what I thought. Yeah, I do got a question at the end of this. This is why I'm playing it. That's the only reason why I'm playing it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna
We
start
good,
the
Rocky?
time again. Yeah, you good? We good.
Progress.
All right.
We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education, disparities around income. And everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for.
I made nothing up. I just played her own words, sis. Now you said that she support reparations. In this video, she said that she don't support reparations. What do you believe she supports?
Actually, she didn't say she don't support reparations, and she did when she signed the bill for reparations. So how you tried to spin what she say, that's not gonna work. What she actually said was, anything I do for Black people anything I do for other minorities is going to benefit Black people. You can't play the whole clip. You got the snippet, but in the whole clip, she explains why she said what she said. So she didn't say what you're saying.
Okay, hold up, pause right there. Now I can play the whole clip. I was trying to save some of my time. She did not say that what she do for brown and Black people. What she said, this is not just a clip. This is this whole segment of interview on this show. This is the whole segment, and when she asked her, "Do you support reparations?" Notice she didn't say yes, not one time. You said that she said, yeah, yes, you did. Okay. Okay, let's play it again, sis. Now, come on. Now, all night we've been talking about honesty. Let's see if we're going to keep it honest. Let's go back again.
Yeah, we are going to keep it honest. She said, are you going to do anything?
Hold up. Let's play it. Let's play it.
Go ahead.
Let's play it, sis. I don't have to assume, and you don't have to assume. Let's get it from the horse's mouth.
Just play it. Just play it.
A tax credit, which will benefit and 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you explore.
But no, if
you just said no.
Hey, but I just showed
the first question was, do you support reparations for Black people?
You're trying. This is a clip. This is not the whole interview. The interview is actually 20 minutes long.
The reality
this is not the whole interview.
From certain policies. When you take into account,
I agree. This is not the whole interview. This is the whole segment about when she asked her about reparations, though. This is the only part where she spoke on reparations. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. For 2 minutes and 6 seconds,
Why is she trying
only
to
part of the interview where they spoke on reparations. Now, you said that she did. Hold up. I'm the one asking questions, sis. Hold up. I got 10 minutes. Now, we've been talking about honesty this whole time, and we've been reading articles and all that. I'm the only one who's been playing it from the horse's mouth. Her first question to her was, do she support reparations? She went into a whole filibuster about how.
No. She didn't say no.
No, wait. She went into a whole filibuster how she has another. Right. I know she did. I got it.
He's not letting me answer or speak. But go ahead.
I haven't finished answering the question yet, sis.
Go ahead.
Okay. First, she asked her, "Do you support reparations?" She could have just said yes, and then went into her answer. She asked her, "Do she support reparations?" And she filibustered, and she said that she had this other plan, and she mentioned about that plan. The interviewer stopped her and said, "So, do you have anything that's particular for Black people?" She clearly said, let me play it again.
She says the Lift Act. That's one. But go ahead.
Get the reality of who will policies. When you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black that have resulted in the greatest disparities. And we understand that that's part of why we're doing it.
Hello, what now? The first question was, are you going to support reparations for Black people? Reparations for Black people is only for Black people. Now she just said that I'm not going to do anything that only supports Black people. Did she not just say that? Go ahead, sis. That's the question. Did she not just say that?
If you had posted the whole segment, you would hear her say, and even right now, she said it would directly affect Black people, and that's the part why we're doing it, because it's going to directly impact Black people. You skip over that part. We're talking about being honest, but you're not being honest in what she's saying. She's clearly
I don't.
Black people.
Okay, pause right there. Pause right there. This is my time. Pause right there. She said, okay, it's either a contradiction or it's not. She said that the plan that she is going to implement, it wasn't reparations. We can go back to the name of the plan you want to. She didn't say that she was signing the reparations bill. She said that she signed a bill that she did sign. It wasn't called reparations. And she said that this plan would not only, but she didn't sign it only for Black people. The question that the interviewer asked her was, do you believe that Black people should get reparations? She said no this whole interview.
That's what she asked her.
That's what she said, sis. Now, all night.
We all heard the video. You're twisting her words. You talking
yes. That's why I played the audio.
You're not being honest. But go ahead.
Okay. Next question. Okay. Now notice we just play her own words. I didn't twist her words. I didn't make them up. Okay. Next question. Did she say that she's against fracking when she first came out and ran for VP? When she was actually did do a primary, you know, the way that we should do primaries on the party. Did she say that she was against fracking? Yes or no?
Sure. Did you know Donald Trump?
Now, would you follow her? That was the question, sis.
What was the question? I thought I answered it because I did answer you. Maybe you didn't hear me.
I can't hear. Pause the time. I can't hear it at all.
You going in and out. You going in and out. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm the one going. Okay, it's me. Okay, my bad. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I couldn't hear her and she couldn't hear me. Okay. If you can answer that question again, sis.
Seconds left.
All right, go ahead, sis. If you do remember the question. Okay, the question was I was asking, did she support fracking at one? I mean, did not support fracking at one point, and then she flipped, and now she is supporting fracking.
Yeah, I already said that's true. She did.
Okay.
Politicians do that all the time.
Okay, is that a flip flop?
It is, and Trump does it all the time. So
Okay. No, I'm just asking about Kamala. I don't ask you nothing about Trump. Okay.
Yeah, but Trump does the same thing.
Okay, that's fine, sis. Just stick to the question real quick. I got a minute. I got 1 minute. Did she say that she would come in our house and take our guns at one point?
In the interview that you tried to play?
No, not the interview I played. Not the interview I played. While she was a senator and running for VP, did she say that she would take people guns at one point?
What were her direct words? Her exact words?
I did play that video in my second round. Not this particular round. I did play it in my other round. Did you not hear it?
So what were her exact words? I didn't. Your audio is crazy.
All right, that's your time, nobody. That's your time, bro. That's your time.
Okay, that's good. Appreciate you, sis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Doc, you up next. You ready to go ahead and take it off?
Yeah, and I don't know if I really need to share my screen at all. I didn't play any. Oh yeah, let's go. I'm gonna just share my screen just in case.
Yeah, might as well. Better safe. Go ahead.
Right.
Let me add you up.
All right, boom. All right.
All right,
so,
we see you. Yep, you good. Time start now.
Cool. Okay, so what's funny is he basically helped my case for Kamala, right? And I'm gonna ask you a question real quick, nobody. So in the video that you played where she's talking about the LIFT Act, who do you think that most benefits?
You talking about the last video I played?
In the video you played where Kamala is talking that her and Biden passed, who do you think that most benefits?
She said it benefits all people. That's what she said.
No, my question to you, she also said it's going to mostly impact Black people because Black people are usually the ones who are poor and disenfranchised. So again, you're talking about honesty, but you completely flipped her words. So again, who do you think will benefit most from any policy that she might pass when she becomes president?
She said, now watch this. She didn't say what you said though. Now I do get what you're saying. If she passed it, she said that it will benefit Black people proportionally, but it's going to benefit all people. She in no way, shape, or form.
Okay, you answer my question. So let me ask you this. What makes you think in a country that is only 15 to 20% Black people that she is supposed to pass any laws that only would benefit people like you and me? Is that not selfish? What makes you think?
I agree. I agree that that's 100% selfish. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So then again, when you talk about how, oh, well, she's not doing anything specifically for Black people, of course she's not going to say that because 70 to 80% of her constituents are non-Black people. How would she win the presidency if she doesn't let people know, hey, I'm a president for all people. I'm not here just for the rich white people. I'm not here just for all these other people. I'm here for everybody. Yep, I sure do. So
right, okay, I agree. Right now, with them same talking points, I will say that same.
I got a question.
I thought you just asked me a question. If you didn't, go ahead. If you didn't just ask me a question, go ahead.
So, do you consider yourself a God-fearing, Bible-believing Christian man?
Yeah, I'm a Bible believer. I believe in the Bible.
So how do you stand for someone who blatantly is racist, whether you want to admit it or not, because he just had that pep rally the other day where they called Puerto Ricans a floating island of garbage? Do you agree that's what Puerto Ricans are? Do you look at Puerto Ricans and see a floating pile of garbage?
You faded out at the end, sis.
Do you believe
you faded out at the end, sis? If you can say just the M part.
Do you believe Puerto Ricans are a floating pile of
No,
garbage?
I do not believe that Puerto Ricans. I do not believe that Puerto Ricans are a floating pile of garbage because there's an organization called Latinos for Trump, and there are many Puerto Ricans that are in that organization. So when we take his words,
Wait.
so when we take his words, so
You answered my question.
did I finish the answer? Okay, go ahead. My bad. If I can.
I asked you a question and you answered the question. So I'm going to ask you a
Okay.
here. So you're saying
Hey, that's fine. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
You're saying that you don't think Puerto Ricans are this, but you support a person who has a comedian at his rally call Puerto Ricans and Puerto Rico a floating pile of garbage. So how can you, as a Christian man, stand behind someone who supports, even if he didn't say it, Trump didn't say it, but this is, if two people walk together, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does that Bible verse mean?
So, yeah, it does say if two people walk together, then they can be seen as one. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think that Trump is different?
Let me come on, man.
No, you
go ahead.
Why are you from these racist white neo-Nazis who would like to see you hung up on a tree? Trump is hiding behind the fact that these are his biggest supporters. So my question to you now again is, if you can read that Bible verse and be a Christian Bible believing Black man, how can you support someone who is against everything that you are supposed to stand for? Go ahead.
All right. Now, I disagree that he's against everything that I'm supposed to stand for, because I'm not voting for Trump because he's a Christian or if Kamala a Christian. Both of them claim to believe in the Bible. I'm voting for the best candidate for the job. Now, if you take the Bible's interpretation correctly, you would know that the Bible says that this world is not safe.
Hold on.
You want to get to the Bible? I didn't bring it. You said.
Listen. So you're
You didn't give me time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're
the one brought up my religion. I didn't ask you to bring it up. So don't speak on it if you don't know it in context.
No, I have to speak on it because I know that's why you're voting for Trump. So even though,
but not if you're taking out of context, though, sis.
Wait, I got a question. No, I'm not taking it out of context. This man.
Yes, you are. I'm the one that believe in it, so I got the authority on it. You don't even believe in it. So.
No.
Well,
you can say you have the authority on it if you want to.
Over you, I'm talking about over you. I read it every day. I believe in it. You don't. That's just like a mechanic.
You don't have any authority over me. Period.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know the Bible just as much as you do. That's how I'm throwing these verses at you, because I really want to hear you say.
That's an opinion. That's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's an opinion.
It's Doctah, bro.
You're right, my bad.
So even though you're a Bible believing Christian Black man, guess who else was Christian? Guess who else? You see these people on the screen? Guess who they worship when they go to church? So you mean to tell me you're a
Is that a question?
Yeah, no, the question is going to be, how do you align yourself with these people? You see what it says, how did Black Christians end up with the same?
I don't align myself with those people, though. So that's your question. No, I do not align myself. They don't. Now watch this. Wait. They may claim to be Christians, and if you claim that you were a former Christian, you know that Christians argue with other people who claim to be Christians. I would be one of those people. I would be one of those people who say that they are not a part of Christianity, not according to me, according to what the Bible says. So no, I am not. I love the wait. Your whole question was, why do I align myself with them? I'm saying I don't, because I don't believe in what you claim Christianity is, according to them.
So I have another question here. So basically, you're just saying that a person can be a Christian and believe anything because it's up for interpretation at that point.
No. Okay, no.
So how is it not? Because they're both Christians. You're both Christians. They're
okay.
Christians. You're a Christian.
That was a question. You're not. That was a question, right? How was it not? That was a question, right? You said how was it not? Can I please answer it? I just want to answer it for you. You asked me how was it not? Okay. You asked me how was it not? I don't determine what a Christian is. we have a definition. The definition of a Christian, which I didn't come up with, you didn't come up with. A Christian is a person who follows Christ. Christ gave certain teachings. Those people that you showed in them hoods, we have evidence that they have murdered people. Christ said that no murderer is going to go to heaven. So no, I don't believe those people are Christians based off of Jesus.
Jesus' own people murdered him. Jesus' own people murdered him.
Yes, and those people aren't Christians. You're making my point. You're making my point.
No, you're actually making my point because
you just made my point.
No, stop. It's my time. Stop. What you said, you're making my point because when we started this conversation, you said that you're part of the reason why you're voting for Trump is because he is going to uphold the Bible. That's what you believe. But
I didn't say that.
You did say that. It's okay. If you don't think you said it, you said it. So that's why
I didn't say that.
Because would you say that this man represents what you represent as a Christian?
Trump, no. Yes, Trump, no. I wouldn't say that Trump represents what I believe in. No, I wouldn't say that. But watch this. Neither does Kamala. Kamala claimed to be a Christian, though, right?
Okay, but we're not voting on her being a Christian. Though. You said I'm not voting for her because she's a Christian. I'm voting for her.
And I'm not voting for Trump because he's a Christian. I just said that.
Right, you got 30 seconds, Doc. You got 30 seconds. So nobody, please only speak when you answering a question. Nobody.
Yeah. Right. Tell us why you voted for Trump again. One more time.
My first round showed that Trump economy, his job market, his stock marketing, and all of those other things showed that it was better than Kamala and Joe Biden.
You got it from Forbes. Look what the White House said. The White House said you're wrong. So you got it from a magazine.
Forbes is a. You cutting me off for my answer? I'm sorry.
Forbes is a magazine. I got it from whitehouse.gov. So this trumps any information that you have in that article. All
right, that's time. That's time.
Go ahead.
That's time. Okay, we have reached the conclusion of the debate. I have enjoyed this now. Before it's all over, let me stop sharing the screen now. Give me 1 second. Kick Doc out. All right, before we go on to the last...
We had ourselves a good old Donnybrook over here.
It's a shame the fame lost their heads. A careless man who wind up.
I'm talking about a straight.
Nobody got that but DMG.
Exactly, exactly. But hey, this was a great debate. Aside from the technical difficulties, Rocky, Christine as a moderator, Doc, excellent. Nobody. Powerful as always. That's why you one of the pillars of Paradigm Shift TV 314. Excellent show. I appreciate y'all. I got to give y'all a round of applause and a salute. Great job. Excellent job. It's on you, Rocky. I know they got to do their 3-minute closing.
Oh, yes, sir. No sweat. I thought you clocked in. You wrote your time on the time.
I ain't usurping your authority, brother. I ain't usurping your authority.
Nah. You good. You could have closed it. Yeah, you guys got 3 minutes each to close it out. Doc, you up first.
I bet. So yeah, I think I've thoroughly shown here that most people's excuse for voting for a racist, misogynist liar is not worthy enough to cast a vote to even risk him being back in the office. So when it comes down to who's the best presidential candidate, understand that if Kamala is qualified, she's been in all 3 executive branches. She's qualified as she's been a DA, an attorney general. all Trump did was be a bad businessman. All his businesses failed. He went bankrupt. He didn't do anything he said he was going to do the first time he was in office. Kamala wasn't president. She was vice president. So she hasn't even had a chance to show us what she can really do. But the things that she did do, Nina, be quiet. Sorry, y'all. I proved that she actually did pass legislation for Black people. I proved that she actually did sign off on the reparations, regardless of how people try to twist that interview to say what she did not say. She's actually for the average Black person, the middle class. So when y'all think about this debate and y'all think about who you're going to vote for, ask yourself who really is focused on making things better for you as an average person and average citizen. Because if you're not rich and you're not white and you're not Christian, you ain't going to benefit from nothing Trump does. Period. That's it. How much time I got left? A few seconds?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, okay. Take the emotions out of it, take the religion out of it, take all of that nonsense out of it. This is a political thing. Our ancestors, and when they voted back in the 60s, when civil rights, they voted on principle and policy, not emotions. Who's going to help us? Who's going to do for us? So is it Trump? Is it Kamala? Is it Jill Stein? Is it Chase Oliver? Who is it? I say it's Kamala. She's the only one that's standing up for us, and we need to stand up for her.
All right, cool. Nobody. We got you up. What a powerful ending to a powerful debut on Paradigm Shift, I would say. This is one of the best debuts, so to speak. Nobody, you have 3 minutes, brother. You 3 minutes on the clock. You're on the Summer
Y'all hear
Jam
me all right?
Take off. Yep, you good.
Before you start, hold up. Before you start, am I good?
Yeah, you good.
All right. Let me know when I'm okay. Go ahead. Start time. This is her first time on the platform. I've been on her for years. I feel like a middle-aged Bret Hart going up against a kid Shawn Michaels. When it come down to it, you know what I'm saying. She is gonna be that superstar. But I'm sorry how it turned out tonight for you, sis. Man, I didn't make up anything. Everything I showed tonight was clips. Everything I showed tonight was from credible sources. She had stuff on the screen. We don't know where that stuff came from. And when she did decide to show us one of her sources, I mean, there was a source that don't nobody recognize, man. I showed Forbes. Everybody know who Forbes is. Anybody who does any kind of research on net worth, the money that's in a person's pocket, how much somebody made, what they did this year, that year, all this and that. Forbes is a credible source. It's not the only source, but it is a credible source, When it came to everything that I said tonight about Kamala, I played Kamala on words. I even had the sister to admit that Kamala was a flip-flopper on multiple subjects. And she did good in doing that. She should have done that because it's hard to hear a person say, I agree with one thing, and then later on say, well, now I'm for this thing. Kamala is a flip-flopper. I've proven that all night. Just in the reparations video, I played the interviewer asking Kamala, do you agree with reparations for Black people? She didn't say Black and brown, keyword and, Black and brown. She didn't say white. She didn't say Asian. She said, do you agree with reparations for Black people? Kamala Harris gave a whole statement talking about how the plan that she have, she ain't gonna sign for reparations, but the plan that she have is for all people. That's a flip-flop. She agreed that Kamala Harris was against fracking, and then turned around and said, yeah, I'm for fracking. I played the video of where Kamala Harris said that she would come into our house and take our guns.
Yeah,
and then when she was pressured on it in the debate, she said, I own a gun. My vice president own a gun. I'm not going to take your guns. Kamala didn't say she never say she wasn't going to take our guns. She said that now she's not going to take our guns. She used celebrities that over-sexualize our generation. She's for abortion after the 9th month or after 24 weeks. She's killing our kids. She's for defunding the police. And she talk about racism. She didn't show nothing tonight that was racist. I showed Donald Trump on side of Muhammad Ali. Rosa Parks.
All right, that's
I
time.
showed
That's
Donald Trump
time.
on. Come on, man. She didn't do nothing. Game over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this was a good man. To close out to a good one, DMG. I'm sure you got a few things you want to say. Go ahead and take it off, brother.
Hey, again, family, listen, I thought this was a powerful debate, two powerful competitors. Hey, the good Dr. TooSweet with a powerful debut. I'm looking forward to this sister getting her own statue in the Paradigm Shift Hall of Fame, so to speak. I think that this was a heavy-hitting debate. She went against somebody who been here from the inception of this channel. For a while there, I always say this, for a while there, it was just me, nobody, and Cap 10K doing shows, taking turns moderating, taking turns going against each other, and when nobody rocking with us. But so he been here for a minute, but the sister say, we don't care how long you've been here. We kicking down the door. So salute to the sister for stepping in and doing her thing. I thought she handled herself very well, and I'm looking forward to her doing this type of thing even more. I love the presentation she do. So she injecting a lot of new, powerful energy into the platform, and I'm looking forward to working with her even more. Nobody. You already know what it is. That's my man's in there. Proud of what he did tonight. Aside from the technical difficulties, he always put his demonstration down. He a principled brother. He believe what he believe, and he stand on it. And I've seen very few people that can do it better. I think he really underestimated himself. I think he one of the best apologists out there. I always say he's your favorite Christian apologist or urban apologist, favorite urban apologist. And I say that for a reason, because when it come down to standing on what he believe in, standing on what he mean, he do that. So salute to both parties. Salute to my man, Rocky. I think we got ourselves one of the best moderators in these YouTube streets. I hope the brother don't ask me for a raise, because I ain't got no more money for him. Might be able to send him a little something green and crunchy, smelly, but other than that, I ain't got nothing else for you, Rock. But I think you one of the best moderators we've had on this platform, and I appreciate you stepping in whenever we need you to. So kudos to everybody. I thought this was powerful. I'm looking forward to seeing who the people thought took it. We're going to get with our judges and our constituents, and we're going to get back to y'all and let y'all know what it was. So salute everybody. Rocky, I'm going to let you close this thing out.
Word, peace. You know, this was a good one.
Can me and the sister can we get another 5 minutes to close out? I'm just playing, man.
No, I'm not with that at all. This is over. We can have a nice
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Listen, another 5 minutes is crazy. So listen.
Good job, sis. Good job, sis.
You know we need it. Thank you.
No, I don't need it. I really think you did it. But good job, sis. I'm gonna inbox you later.
Yeah. Y'all both did outstanding today. Y'all both were outstanding today.
Subscribe now.
We're gonna go ahead and close.
I'm gonna inbox you later, sis.
Look, we turning the lights off in the kitchen. The kitchen closed. Yes, Sammy. The kitchen closed. Ma put the dish drying cloth on top of it. You feel me? It's over with tonight, right? So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna tuck this one in. Y'all have a good one, and we're gonna be back at it again before you know it. And just one hop, skip, and a jump. It's Paradigm Shift TV.
Hold on. Rocky got it wrong. He said we'll be back at it again.
We'll be black, nigga, black.
What he meant is we'll be black at it again. Come on, brother.
And that's what, DMG?
Hey, Rocky,
what?
That too.
You was 10 for 10, man. You was 10 for 10.
But now he got to end the show with, and that's what, DMG?
What's that?
I say, and Rocky got to end the show with, and that's what? Peace.
And that's peace.
Come on, man. Come on, watch it.
And that's
you got a 9.5 out of 10, nigga.
Nobody, listen, man, listen. And that's peace. We out.
We out.
We out.
Yeah. I know I got about 30 seconds to make y'all feel this before y'all turn it off these days. That I might not even release this. But I be doing this shit for me, help me get through. I feel like I give until I can't, but most don't recognize it till I ain't. Blood on them covers, she hoping paint. Sorry mama, but it ain't. This world took a toll on me, and everyone that say they love me always seem to follow me. The same one that call me great, treat me like I ain't shit. I read between the lines, it's written all over your eyes. I see the disappointment in the eyes of the ones who want me dead, but I ain't never been scared, I tried to get there. Sometimes I wonder if I survived or did I die on that ride to that hospital. Demons all around me, I am not mental. This game of life, it is not simple. Last time I was happy, I was popping pills.